You already know what it is, man. It's 10 Toes Down TV, the number 10, as you see it on the screen. The number 10 Toes Down TV. Come check me out. If you're looking for sometimes I got some drama going on. I got some positivity going on. I got a lot of comedy going on in all of my videos. I always add some comedy in there to give some people some laughs.
How's everything been for you since our last interview, 10 Toes Down, man?
Everything good, brother. Everything been smooth, blessed. I'm still alive, so everything's perfect.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Thriving, right?
That's right. Definitely.
A lot of shit's going down in hip-hop right now, man. This whole Young Thug thing is kind of crazy. Young Thug got locked up out of nowhere. His whole team, like 28 people, something around there, indicted. A lot of them still not incarcerated.
Mm-hmm. That's normal shit. That's a normal everyday thing. Young Thug, Michael Johnson, Tony Thompson, Eddie Hendricks, whoever, just name a name, whatever it is, they get locked up too. But we shed more light on it because he's supposed to be a public figure. He's Young Thug. He's a rapper. Ain't no difference. Same goddamn thing. But I bet you this goddamn thing. I bet you he got that little Bible with him. You know them little Bibles, them little small Bibles. He got one of them. He got highlights of scriptures and psalms, and he reading all kind of shit. And he calling his aunt, the one that be in the church all the time, and they praying for him. We going, yeah. Now they want to start praying and getting everything. Too late. You're already in there already. Get your punk ass up. Go sit down. Go sit on your hands, stupid ass. I don't feel sorry for none of them. They had it. They took it. They ran with it and forgot about everybody else and got caught. And when I say they forgot about everybody else, I don't mean that they wasn't trying to pull their brothers from the hood up, even if they was doing that type of help. They family and all their loved ones, they forgot about them. Because you put yourself out there. You might say, well, he didn't. No. The feds ain't going to be coming locking your ass up if they ain't got something on you. They got ongoing investigations. The feds will let you people. The feds will let you people. They'll let you people. They'll let you sell all the dope and put it in all the neighborhoods. They let you get it. They bet you be 300 million rich. And over that 3-year investigation, you done 30 people, you done did all this, right? And then they lock you up. And then now they get you for murder. When in fact, if you think about it, you murderers. Because y'all allowed me to do that during your investigation. Y'all sat there and watched. They'll probably send some of your agents to be part of my team and do some of the hits with me. I seen Donnie Brasco. He was part of that whole shit. He was part of the hits. He was part of the assaults and shit like that. So if the government allow you to do that, then, hey, you know what? I blame you because you already know the end result, especially them as rappers. They know. You done seen what happened to everybody else. If you're going to do something, at least do something different. And now look what they do, right? One thing I'm not going to do, what I learned being gone, right? Whatever I get into, I'm going to learn about it. So let's say if I want to do a crime, if I want to end up doing a crime again, I want to get into embezzlement. I'm going to go read up on embezzlement first before I start to get into that. I'm going to read up on embezzlement, shepherdized cases, meaning I'm going to research all the cases. I'm going to cross-reference the cases to find out who beat it, how they beat it, what cases I can use when I go to court, because I learned that lawyer, he ain't going to fight for your life more than you going to fight for yourself. So if you're going to do something, not saying to do it, but if you do, at least know what you're doing. That's it. So if you decide to be a gangbanger and a gang member and then read up on cases, federal cases, and it's saying they took this crew down, everybody got life. They took this one down, they got everybody life. And then you start looking at the appeal process and people who beat the case and all that, and they got a 1% chance. Oh, I'm not getting into that. That's the wrong crime to do. Let me find something else to do, or just leave crime alone, period. Especially them, when you got money like that. That's why they call it change. I'm going to change my environment. I'm going to change the people, places, and things. I'm going to change the people I be around. Because now I got the money. So now it's time to start rubbing elbows with the big execs. And now it's time to start making bigger decisions, start planning for the future for my family and my up-and-coming homeboys and the jobs I can start giving out. Now it's time to start doing that, opposed to sitting around throwing sets up. Boom, hey, cuz, hey, nigga, out of here with that sign language. I don't want no parts of that sign language shit. I hear very well. But I don't feel no type of way for him, them. Lock them up. I ain't gonna be saying free them. Lock them up. Look, I had a thing when I was gone. It used to be I was the bad apple of the bunch. So we had a program called the YAP program, Youth Awareness Program, and they used to bring the kids in. And when the kids come in, they all up in there, and the brothers is talking to them. I'll be out back doing push-ups, eating garlic. I didn't brush my teeth that morning. I get nice, hot, and sweaty. And I come out there and they bring me out in the shackles because they let them see, all right, this is how you're going to end up. If you ever got to go to a funeral, you ever got to go on a trip or anything. And then here I come out, boom. And they say my case. They say everything about me. So now I'm shackled. And now the kids is like, oh, shit. And they looking at me. And then they take me out. And then about 20 minutes later, I'll come back. But now I ain't got no handcuffs on. Now I ain't got nothing. And the police done told them, just to put it in their mind, this was like the fear. This man cannot be in population, he this and that. Then they put me in a cell, and then they get the worst kid and put him in a cell with me. The kids be fighting. They be fighting and struggling not to go in that cell with me. They be crying, please. They push him in there and close the door, bang. And I be sitting right on the bed. What's going on? Now, you got two options. You got two ways to get about this cell. One, I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to answer me. If you don't, you're going to get on your knees, and you know what you're going to do, right? Yo, I had kids be like, oh, I'm going to pray. Oh, you going to pray? That's what you're going to get on your knees and pray? Some kids be like, you want me to give you that? Yo, that shit be crazy. They be crying their ass off, going through it. And once I see I got the fear in them, now it's time to build them up. Get up. So some I put on the floor. Get up. Sit down. What's going on at home? What's the problem? Because I already read what they did. Some of them cursed their mothers out. Some of them got locked up before. Some of them got caught with knives in school. So I asked them what the problem is. Yo, them kids' problem is the same problems I had. They suffered from peer pressures. They didn't know who they were. They had no identity. They just wanted to fit in. So many things, and I break them down, man. We had over a 95% rate of whatever kids they brought into the program never got in trouble no more. I'm talking about the toughest of the toughest kids. We deal with some badass kids. I had judges, lawyers. I had sheriffs. They would bring the kids in, and 30 to 40 kids at a time. And when it's time to get to me, I do the breakdown. You have some kids that first rebel before they get to the cell part with me, when they get in there, and when I bring them back out to the rest of the group. Sometimes I make them go out there with their shoes off, with whatever they wore in there. They go out there with it off. Sometimes I make them go out there and tell the rest of the group, because they be the head. They be the ones riding up on the bus, scared of them jail motherfuckers. They gonna do nothing to me. They be talking junk when they coming up. And the bus driver, he just be getting all the information. When he get up there, he let us know who was talking shit, which one, boom. And then when they get in there, I go out there and tell everybody what just happened in the cell with me and you. How you was almost naked, ready to give it up. And all that talk you was talking, riding up on the bus about ain't nobody gonna do shit to you. Tell them. They're not telling them that part. Do you know what it takes for them to tell them that? So it shows that, you know what? You're not really tough as you think you are. You spent over an hour on this bus trip coming up here to this prison talking about what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. If you ever come in here, if you ever get arrested and come to prison, you're going to really run into a guy like me, which that's not really me, but you're going to run into a guy in which I displayed to you, and it's really going to happen to you. You're really not built for this. I know you thought you was built for it before you got here. A lot of kids think they built, you know. Even my child, my oldest son, thought he was built for it. Kids I talk to in the street, they think they built for it. They're not built for this shit. The rappers, they talk all that shit, but I see it. I see it when I'm around them. I see it. I see the pussy punk ass. They pussy.
Let me ask you about a guy that Young Thug brought into this. Gunna, very, very successful artist. Gunna actually came onto the scene more popular than Young Thug did. Now the feds, the prosecutors are trying to label this man as the number 2 guy in the organization simply because I think he's the biggest earner. Like he brought 150,000 sales to the group in a single week, thus legitimizing YSL. Why are they targeting young Gunna, or Gunna, I should say?
Man, the same way they target the kids in the street. They had a ring of gang members they locked up, right? I think it was like 28, 29. Out of the 28, 29, 20 to 25 of them was gang members. The other 4 wasn't gang members. They wasn't part of no gang. They didn't commit no crime. They didn't do nothing. They were just school kids, but they was around them. But they only locked them up for the information. That's what they lock them up for. So this brother right here getting locked up, they know he ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit. But we need his voice. And he know he ain't got nothing to do. What's an innocent person going to do? A civilian, an innocent civilian going to do? He going to spill all the beans, anything he knows. And once you start playing that, man, I don't know nothing of that. Man, they don't know what it is till they get under this right here. This right here, Mikey, this will change everybody's. Once this shit get on them and they start putting them sandwiches in front of them, I don't know what it is about that light to make the motherfucker. They be like, man, I'm about none of this shit because them. Nah, so young, he had the gun. He cocking up for Yeah, they change all that shit up. This light right here will change your whole outlook at life. I don't know what it is about that light with the change. But I believe that that's a tactic that the federal government used, the United States government used. Yeah. See, the thing about the state and the feds is that when you go to the state, right? It's the state versus whoever it is. The state versus Mikey T. When you go to the goddamn feds, it's the United States. The United States versus me? Oh, you know you ain't got no win. The United States versus who? The United States versus Mikey T. You know you ain't got no wins against the goddamn United States. You better go and sit your ass down. I might have a little win against the state. It's just a little state of New York, state of New Jersey, but the goddamn United States, yeah, they got some heavy hitters. They got some heavy hitting DAs that's coming into this goddamn courtroom to finish me. And then when they start talking all that, the ongoing investigation, 2 years, 1 year, you know it's over. That's it.
10 years.
Yeah, they do the longest investigations on your ass. Sit on your hands.
They literally waited till he got in place to get the money that he needed to put other people in position. Like,
that's right.
You know, when he first got on, the guy was seemingly living off of Birdman's money, you know, but then he got in position to own his own. They raided his crib real quick, 10. They raided his crib real quick after he was putting all types on his Instagram. They went right to his crib and they found a whole bunch of shit. And they kind of rained down on Young Thug's parade at that point. So let's talk about Hassan Campbell. He had said, remember on YouTube when the YouTubers was telling y'all Hassan Campbell can't go outside, and I stayed in the house. Now, Hassan Campbell claims to have quite the history. Why is it that people say he can't come outside? He also mentioned that he robbed a majority of the Bronx River.
That's fabrication. That's totally fabrication. Look, I could do that right now if I wanted to, Mikey T. The neighborhood I'm from, I could lie and make shit up and say about the toughest or so-called realest dude from my neighborhood. I could talk about how I robbed him. how I shot people and did all that. Ain't nobody gonna get up here and challenge what I say. You know why? Because they know no YouTube. They're not with all of this shit. People from Bronx River, they live in their life. They're not with this shit. All the old heads and all that, they don't know what he's saying, what he doing. Until somebody out there go and tell them, and then guess what the response is? Who said that? Hassan? Ah, y'all know that crazy, man. Y'all know that nigga crazy. Ben bottled them boy head up. Y'all know they know he ain't never do none of that. They know that. He ain't do none of that. How would he be able to go back over there? Who the people that he robbed? Where they at? All these people talk all this gangster tough talking shit. Where are the people that you did this to? I ran some of the toughest niggas out. Okay, all these tough dudes, right? And it's only you. Where they at? And he ran under one of the so-called toughest dude in the projects, B.O. They only gave him leniency because of him. Him. Now it's just you. They will wash the floor with him, with Hassan. You know why they don't do nothing? Because they already know all that shit that he talk and think he doing, it ain't really happening. All that shit is in his head. It's in his head. So nobody's dropped. Nobody's happened. If bodies drop, right? I'm locked up for 3 years. There's never a name to the right. And these are 3 families. Nobody from the families is speaking out. None of the family members. Nobody trying to get at you. Nobody's even trying to sue you. Man, shut up. Get out of here with that shit. That's a bunch of fabricated shit. He up on here bullshitting. It could catch up to him if one of them family members get a whiff of it or no. And ain't no family member. So, no. That's my thing, Mikey. I always say, if that's what you did and people don't believe you, and you this so-called tough guy, and that's the image you want to portray, show the papers. Show it. What you got to do is show it to let people know, oh yeah, this really real. If that's the audience you're trying to reach, and that's the people you want to believe you, then show the paperwork. We're gonna play the game. Come on, show the paperwork, because that's the thing on YouTube, big paperwork. Show the paperwork that you didn't snitch on your co-defendant Eric Bennett. He got life, and you out here eating sandwiches with the police. He told y'all. He told y'all when they came and got him in Connecticut. They told him, this is going to be the last meal you're going to eat. What police is looking for you and take you right to McDonald's, get a sandwich. Who does that? What police going to do that? They only doing it because you got something to tell them. What police going to get you? I can see they didn't even give them to the precinct yet. I can see if they took you to the precinct, they put you under that light and they want you to start telling, they bring you a sandwich. No, he said, this is from his own mouth. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I can play it.
Hassan got booked in Connecticut?
Yes, sir.
Hassan got booked in my home state.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
That's where he was at, because he was up there with Bambaataa. After Bambaataa is living in your state in Connecticut. That's where Bambaataa living at. And he got a kid up there too.
Bad rep.
But this is the thing. I don't remember what town he was in, if he was in Danbury, Waterbury.
Yeah, that's down further more near New York. A lot of people do be breaking out to there for sure.
Yeah, but whatever the case, right? He says it up there on his show. The police came and got me from out the house and said, aren't you so-and-so? He said, that's not me. They handcuffed him and took him to McDonald's. Took him to McDonald's.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm saying McDonald's.
So I want to talk to you about Hassan saying, the first time y'all seen me in the club is when my brother came home and we celebrated coming home from the feds. Did it strike you as odd that he released a video that day his brother was released, when he criticized his other guys like Roddy Rebel for actually doing the same thing?
No, it not surprised me that he do. But this is the thing. That man he talking about, that's not his brother. One, right? That's the guy from the neighborhood. Number two, that man was already home already. He been home already. It ain't like this the first day he getting out and we go right to the club, or the next day he get out. No, this is weeks later, month, 2 months later. That man came out. The first one is when you seen him up there with the dude with the bottles, and I made the video about him popping bottles, and I'm like, damn, nigga, you just came home. That's a parole violation. You got liquor in the joint. But
Right.
taking him to the club, who the fuck does that? Who gonna take that man to the club after serving 13 years? You gonna take him to one of the most dangerous environments in America, a club. And I've been in that club. See, you know, I made the video behind it. 2 weeks before that, a dude was by the club. 2 weeks before that. I got the video. I'm waiting for him to come out. Yo, you won't know. And I'm gonna play I got the video of the dude that got the whole scene when he got shot up. When he got in the date and all that. Because it was recorded from the gas station. And then you see, listen, let me tell you something. Ain't gonna be out here in these streets playing civilian games. If you a killer and you talking that killer talk, you're gonna move like a killer. Killers don't be in the club. No, they're not. They're not. The killers is coming to smoke something. He after the club, he's outside standing out there trying to get approval from other people putting them in the video with him.
It's not what you do.
A bunch of drunk standing outside with him, talking about he one of the realest nigga in the streets. You one of the realest dudes in the streets, but you standing outside on the block, unarmed. And this area is dark over there, like the highway is right there. It was nothing for somebody to come smoke, get on the highway, out. You're not getting caught. That's straight getaway heaven right there. The dude that got, check out what happened. I went to that because I used to be going there. It's called the garage. I went there. So while outside, me, you know Bimmy, right?
Yep.
It's me, Bimmy, you know Baby Paul?
Nah.
The brother that say Baby Paul from Brooklyn. I forgot his name. The mayor. We call ourselves the mayor of Brooklyn. You know who it is if I forgot his name. But it's me, Bimmy, him, a couple of other dudes. And he got a security with him who's an ex-police officer. So he got a gun on him. We in front of that same spot, Mikey. No cap. I get Bim to come up here and tell you about that night. It was crazy.
Let's do it.
We standing there waiting to go in. Bim just parked, waiting to go in. And it's a dude coming across the street with a gun out, creeping. The other dude screams, he got a gun. It's like 6 security out there. They got vests on. The security took off. The shots didn't even fire yet. Everybody gone. I went right in the club. Bimmy, we all went right in the club. The other dude that was in there closed the door. Clang, locked it. Now we looking for the cop security nigga. Nigga, where you at? You screamed he got a gun. Yeah, you did, but you got a gun. Why is you screaming he got a gun? Why you ain't put? Man, that night was crazy, man. I said, man, this is it. This is it. But I guess whoever the person was that was coming across the street, I guess he thought somebody in the crowd was the person he was looking for and then double back. Wow. But that's how easy it is, though.
Yeah. No, fact. I was saying, like, when I would go to a lot of clubs, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to be like the known face, being a guy who's doing interviews from behind the camera. So when I witness people exiting a club, whether it's Live or it's, you know what I mean, Story, the artists are getting out of the club and they're going right to a car. You know what I mean? They're not sitting out there politicking about who the realest dude is. You know, you just had your time in the club to do that, for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying?
You still want to come out here and show who the realest and that. That's why my thing with people, I say this, man. Y'all talk all that gangster tough shit. Give your location before you go there. Let it be known. See how you said, yo, we're gonna be on tonight at 11. Let them do that. Do it. Tell us you're gonna be live in the club on this day since you so tough. Give us a date you're gonna be in there and see how many cars be outside waiting for you. Niggas gonna be on dirt bike, roller skate, skateboards, waiting for this nigga dropping down the parachutes. Finally got his stupid ass. Let it be known. But you're really not about that lifestyle. You really don't, you know. And I was just watching the video with Kwame Brown, just going through it again. Like, damn, Kwame like broke that whole shit down on him. Like, you living the life that people wish they can live. You are blessed to have a woman who took you in, who had a home and accepted your broke bum ass before the whole YouTube. You was up. You came up. You found a woman who was vulnerable, who had low self-esteem, and she accepted you in her household. You find this YouTube wave, you get on it, and now you want to spit in her face, you want to disrespect her, you want to be on here talking about other women, you want to talk about all of this stupid shit in her house. You ungrateful bitch made nigga. It's crazy. It's gonna come back to him. Not just because of all the shit that he said and all the families he disrespected and the dead, but just being in that woman's household with all that negative energy. And she's a good woman. She's a good woman. She just don't know how to put her foot down.
So 10, I want to ask you, man, what was it about Hassan's brother coming home that gave him that ability to go back outside? Was he hiding till his brother came home? Why did he make that point to say he came back out to the clubs when his bro got out of the feds?
That's right there. That's your answer right there. He said, when I told y'all I was in the house and I couldn't come outside, he told you he couldn't come outside. It wasn't until this man came home that he felt that it's safe enough for him to come outside, because this man, I guess, has a reputation. I don't know about no reputation. I don't know who he is, and I don't care. My thing is, you needed him, because once he came, right, and all his people is going to roll with him. They're not rolling for you. They're not rolling for Hassan. They're rolling for him in celebration for him. But you know what Hassan going to do? He going to make it look like I'm out taking my man out, me and my people. You know what I'm saying? They're not there for him. They there for the brother that came home, and they ride with him. None of them, not even knowing the beef this stupid ass done stirred up. I invited Hassan to come to the party with I said, come on, party with us with Jim Jones, Maino. Come on, Votto was there, Mike Tyson was there. It was a nice joint. We enjoyed ourselves. I told him to come through. I gave him an invitation. He ain't come.
You invited Hassan Campbell to a lobby boy party?
Hell yeah. I invited him. You get in free, you ain't even got to worry about it. You ain't even going to get searched. Come on down to Brooklyn. Come on. Maino, Jim Jones, all of them going to be there. He definitely ain't coming out.
Now 10, you know, this guy, Hassan Campbell, talks about, why didn't you do something when Snoop Dogg, you know, took down the buildings in New York, when Snoop Dogg dissed New York?
Wow, who didn't do something?
Why didn't anybody do anything from New York? He's calling out different people from New York and shit like that, you know, in one of his last posts.
Crushed the buildings?
Yeah, when Snoop came through and crushed the buildings.
What building Snoop crushed?
You know what I mean? He's acting like, why didn't anybody come back at Snoop Dogg back then?
Rapping,
anything. You know, why didn't somebody speak out against Snoop Dogg?
Why he didn't do it?
That's my question.
Well,
why didn't he do it? He's a New Yorker. He's a New York resident.
Listen, one thing about Snoop Dogg, right? Snoop Dogg is loved, well respected. He didn't come through crushing the buildings on no disrespect like New York. Snoop got love for New York. And almost every rapper look up to Snoop Dogg because he's a legend. You know that it's a behind the scene thing that goes on, right? You know that Snoop is in contact with New York rappers and all that they conversate. That, yo, I got a joint coming through. I'm about to come to New York. I'm going to come and crush the buildings. You know other rap, man, Snoop, you can't come crushing no building. You know the talk. And if he came and did it, it's all in love, man. What you talking about? I could tell a dude, if I'm a rapper, I could say to a dude from LA, yo, I'm about to come through and crush the buildings, man. I'm about to come and stomp Watts out. What are you talking about? I'm gonna come and shut it down because y'all can't from New York. It's nothing but love, man. They gonna love me. I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna stomp the buildings out, right? And then they could decide whether, oh, we're gonna shut 10 toes down. Like, what? That shit was trash. Boom, we about to come through and crush New York. I guess no rappers didn't feel like answering it. Nas could have answered it, Jay-Z, anybody. They just looked at it like, out of here, that's Snoop. He didn't literally crush no buildings. Snoop didn't come to New York. What did you hear Snoop ever be in? No mixes except that murder case he had. What cases have you seen Snoop Dogg in trouble in the media? Snoop ain't in nothing. Man, that shit. I remember Snoop broke it. It was Snoop or somebody else broke it down in reference to the crushing of the buildings. You heard Jay-Z said it. He said something about when Snoop, shit ain't been the same since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. Like New York ain't been the same since.
He and Biggie were cool.
That's right.
Exactly. And I bring that to, and 10, unless you got another point to make, I want to bring that to the fact that guys like Jim Jones, Maino, the Lobby Boys, they have a hit record, Slide, and we've got Hassan Campbell, the biggest blogger, the biggest blogger on the East Coast on the independent circuit. He's not supporting that record, Slide. He's saying the record isn't as good as another joint, an album cut. You know what I'm saying? He's not supporting the big record that's getting Maino and Jim Jones all the attention and rebuilding those same damn buildings he's saying Snoop Dogg crushed. That's where my issue is with it.
Well, you know he's hypocritical. And you know that he double talks and he could say one thing and then he's going to say another thing to clear it up. And then he'll go back to that one thing again.
I'm sorry, Maino.
Yeah, he apologized to Maino. Yo, man, I'm sorry. You know, and then he'd come out with a video saying Maino could make a video on IG just talking about, yeah, you know, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? And boom. And then Hassan will come make a video like, oh, you was directing that at me, that you outside? I'm outside too. Nobody, this psycho conspiracy theorist thing, everybody talking about him, talking to him, and everybody taking his swag. He think Gilly the Kid took his swag, took his ways, he talked. He say, I took his swag and ways and talk, in which I already explained to you. I was there with Hassan. Y'all don't know him. I know this lame. I was there when he was putting jackets on layaway. $25, $30 layaway on jackets that cost $500, $700. I was there. Facts. He can't argue it. He knows. If he argue it, I'll go to the store. Listen, I still go there. I will go to the store and make a video. Yo, you know Hassan Campbell, you know him right here, because he know who he is, because he's the layaway king. Remember when he used to come do layaways on you? Remember? He gonna be, yes, brother, you're Muslim too. He ain't gonna lie. Now look what he's saying, like he's the man. I'm gonna be like, no, brother, no. I'm telling you, trust me, man. It's a fact. He won't argue none of that. He won't never argue when he was a dirt bomb asking me why I don't take him out with me and my brother to parties and popping bottles and all that. Facts. Yo, when you gonna let me get with you, man? Yo, when you gonna let me shine and get some money? Dirt bomb. Wear my brother clothes. Wearing his jewelry. Everything. Facts.
No, I was just laughing because I remember back in the day when I was like 7 years old, 6 years old. I remember my mom put something on layaway, but it only cost like $15. You know what I mean? She like, all right, we'll put that on layaway. We'll get that. But it was $15. You know what I'm saying? And I had never, I thought layaway was something that was kind of gone. You know what I'm saying? So when you brought that up, that's why I cracked it up.
Layaway still there. Layaway is still there. When I go and I'm looking at something, and you know, the first thing they say, oh, if you like that, brother, I can put it on layaway. I don't layaway nothing. Get out of here. If I can't buy it, I don't want it. I'm buying everything, the whole price. I don't want layaway. And it's not that layaway saying like you broke or whatever. You just might not have it at the time. But with me, I'm not doing no layaway. And if I did do a layaway, I say it if because my lifestyle coming up, I could talk about the rough times, how up it was, and how to be on top. Though I'm still ain't on top. I will never be on top. If I have 50 million, I'm still not on top. You know why? Because I'm still paying taxes to a man I don't even know. I'm not on top. I still got to answer to the IRS. If I get 1 point wrong, I got to answer. Where's my penny at? The IRS gonna be on my neck. You missed a penny last year. We're taking 150,000. And what I'm gonna do? Now I gotta spend more money, get a lawyer, and all. So the money doesn't make me. The money doesn't make me. What's supposed to make you and what's supposed to have made him was his story. I can't picture myself sitting there watching this fraud 10, 8, whatever, how many minutes, right? It's people that always hit me up. They hit me up with it. They hit me up with the joint. They get in my DM. Yo, 10, he on there talking about you. Oh, yo, 10, he on there disrespecting FBG Duck mother. When I get it, I'm like, oh shit, this here, this. And then that's what make me go and look at the video. And I do the knowledge to it and analyze, and I say, damn, man, this dude still just don't give up. Like, he's still disrespecting a woman. And I don't care what color, if she was a white woman, an Asian woman, an Indian, I don't care what she was. This is a human being. So you should know what it is about pain. He made a video in the projects, pain, pain, crying and all that dumb shit. If you know so much pain, you should know what this woman is going through after losing 5 kids, which she had no control over. Yeah. I can't control what happens to my kids when they leave out that front door. All I can do is prepare them. So, you know, this mother's under stress and everything, and her being on YouTube and being out there and putting herself, and people be hitting me up, yo, 10, why you defending her? She just on YouTube. She need to sit her old ass down. Really? She need to sit her old ass down. And that's the thing about black people. Age means you're dead. Once you reach 40, you dead. You shouldn't go out to party no more. You 40 years old? How old is your girl? She 29. You old. You ain't supposed to date no girl young. You're supposed to date old bitches older than you, right? You ain't supposed to rap no more. Stop rapping. You old. Rap is done. If you sing an R&B, look at this old ass R&B singer. Whatever it is, which is black, it's over. You know, 40 is over. But when it comes to white people, rock and roll, whatever music they're doing, they could do that shit until they're in a wheelchair with the oxygen mask, the thing in their nose, and getting no backlash. But us,
I think rap might be a little bit easier because you know, it's more spoken word than the vocals, you know, of some of the pop music.
Hell no.
Snoop and Dre said they're going to be doing it in their wheelchair, gin and juice and all that. I believe it.
Okay, well, they can do it. You know why? Because the followers are still here. Me, you.
They're icons.
They age bracket, right? They still here. Now go to the age bracket under them. They don't want to hear that.
Smurda.
Bobby Smurda, that's when it started getting off track. Now, after Bobby Smurda and these young brothers, go to these little young drill rappers and be like, yo, you be rocking with Snoop? They be like, oh, you're not Snoop cool. But they ain't going to be listening to Snoop. That old ass, that shit's trash. That old shit out of here.
Chief Keef,
yeah. Yeah, I want to hear gang, gang. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear no Snoop. Why you think, look, Maino and Jim Jones, lobby boys. They know what they're doing. Lobby boys. Everybody in the lobby, everybody can identify with a lobby. Whatever neighborhood you from, you have a lobby. I don't know where you from. There's a lobby somewhere. And if you ain't got a lobby, you got your front porch. The porch is the lobby. The lobby means this is where it goes down. This is where we smoke weed. This is where we drink at. This is where we hang out at. This is where we sit around and bag bitches. This is where we talk. The lobby means everything. So now when they come out, lobby boys, right? They got a bunch of young boys with them. They talking that young boy talk. And Hassan is upset. He hates them. He tried to make it that, look at these old trying to act like young boys. Hold on. Am I old in age or am I old in spirit? Do you see old? or do you see young? When they say the 30, the new 20, or 40, the new 20, all this shit. What happened to that? So that go out the window because you nasty. When you look at Hassan, he's flabby, finished, washed up. He hate guys that got nice bodies that look good. He gonna talk about you, gonna talk dirty about you. And the only thing he can fall back on is y'all niggas is broke. That niggas is broke. That niggas broke. They broke. See, when people do that, go and show me your LLC. Pull that out. Pull your LLC out, right? Show me the land that you own. Show me. You must be that man in that picture like this, that Uncle Sam, because you broke. He's broke. I'm broke. Mikey T, you broke. We all broken. We all 1 foot step from being homeless or in the grave. I don't give what nobody say. We all broke out this.
Hey.
They asked Don King one time, how much money you got? He said, if I could tell you, I ain't got enough.
Shit. So, 10, I want to ask you about Jim Jones and Maino actually coming together to form the Lobby Boys. We had seen Maino doing some work with Uncle Murda, you know what I'm saying, as a group duo type of thing. But what do you make of these guys coming together as the Lobby Boys? You had mentioned that. Also, I wanted you to talk about the lobby that you most remember. Do you have a lobby that you have in mind that always goes back in your childhood or when you was growing up?
Yeah, I know a couple of lobbies. I used to hang out in a couple of lobbies. Grew up from Brooklyn, Harlem, hung in the Bronx, but I know them lobbies. I know the real lobbies. I know the Marcy lobbies. I know the LG Lafayette Garden lobbies. I know the Harlem lobbies. I've been through all of them. And like I said, man, the lobby only means, in my eyes, Lobby Boys only means struggle. And that we still got our feet to the ground. We still 10 toes down. When it comes to Jim Jones and Maino, I believe that Maino, he was starting to fade out. I mean, what real big hits does he have? High Hater. There's nothing else where you could really say like, oh, Maino dropped some hot fire shit.
John McCain.
Yeah, but not no hot fire shit. Jim Jones, on the other hand, he got a track record from Dipset, Bird Gang. He did. So I guess Jim Jones has been the light, the fire in the torch. Maino was holding it up, but Jim Jones is the fire in there. And they both, I give them both props. They still laying some shit down, good music. It's a lot of sampling in their music, but it's official. It's official music. And I believe that they will be successful in it because people can identify with the lobby. And they reaching the younger crowd because they with them. They in the 5-year-old, they in the videos with them. They got the young boys with them. You know what I'm saying? And once the young boys stamp approve you as an old head, because they old heads, once the young boys stamp approve you, then you good.
Slide. Fabio Foreign.
That's right. All you need is one of them, and that's it. They know what they're doing. Jim know what he's doing, and Maino know what he's doing. They know how to set the stage. That's why I say, look, that's why I be telling them, though it never happened. That's why I told Hassan Campbell, dumbass nigga. I said, look, stupid ass. You been going at it long enough. This is what I tell him on the phone. Because he's a stupid. If we came together, me, you, my cousin Sonetta, everybody else is going to fall behind. They're going to fall in line. You know why? Because I got people that follow me, that like me, who also like Sonetta, and then everybody, like, some like you, but everybody hates your stupid ass. So now it's going to be talk. What the 10 toes down and Sonetta doing with Hassan Campbell? What's going on here? That's why when I first came and we was in Bronx River and I came up there and I brought them two together, everybody was wondering, who is the dude that did this? How does this happen? Because they've been going at it. So now they together, and I say, yo, listen, we'll be a powerful force together opposed to being enemies going at each other. I mean, on camera, we could come together. But when we cut the cameras off, we could fight, bitch ass nigga. You want to fight when the camera go off? But when the camera's on, for the kids and for the community, we're going to show them how we stand together. But he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. You know why? Because he wouldn't be able to get the shine. He wants to have the shine. He wants to be in the light. You would really never catch him doing this right here. What you doing? See how you call me up? I could call you. You can call somebody else. Boom. He could call 100 people up, but he don't want to do it. You know why? Because it's going to take his shine. He want to be the one who gets all of the accolades of me. I'm Hassan Campbell. And if you ever have to debate him or talk with him, he's going to run the whole platform. He got to have a platform where he can control it. So to have him, you got to have him on your channel where you could take the mic and shut him up. Shut up, bitch. Because he's going to try to run your whole...
Shut up!
That's right. You know I'm going to shut him up.
Taking your thing right there.
Oh, you know what it is. I'm going to shut him up, bitch. Shut your punk ass up. But yeah, man, when it comes to him, man, it's nothing but... there's no progress. There's no growth with him. As far as when it comes to community and YouTubers coming together and starting a movement, I believe that we could start a movement. And that movement would be, we can get in the industry, the rap industry, because we the light. We got channels. You got a lot of viewers in your channels. Imagine us taking a video. No. You ain't got to go over there to get your video played. Come on over here to the movement, the YouTube movement. Who's the YouTube movement? You got 10 Toes Down. You got Hassan Campbell. You got Mikey T. You got Gillian Wallow. You got this one. You got all of us, all these different YouTubers, right? That little young boy, we want to pull him up. We're going to push him. Come in. We're going to make that video and we're going to put it on every one of our channels and we're going to run that shit in the dirt.
He says things like Whack 100 shut everybody down on the East Coast, but he didn't shut down you. He didn't shut down Doggy Diamonds. He didn't shut down Jim Jones.
Who said that?
Hassan Campbell said that Whack 100 shut down everybody in the East Coast. And it's like, why are you discrediting all of the New York entities, you know what I mean, that are standing up to this guy?
When did he shut us down, New York down? He never. You talking about on Clubhouse? Listen, of course he can win a conversation, an argument, or anything if he's on Clubhouse, which he has the upper hand. If I come, if you come on my channel, right, and you disrespect me and talking shit, everybody else that's going to be in there with me, they're going to get at you because I'm the people's champ when it comes to my own channel. Clubhouse, he's the people's champ. They're going to rock with him. When I went over there, I called him out. I did everything and said everything the best way I can. He didn't want to answer me. He shut him down. He shut Hassan down. I don't know if you've seen the video when he said, when somebody told him, yeah, Hassan been talking about you in game. And Wax said, what? He been talking about me and my homeboy? I know none of that. If I knew that, I would have never with this nigga. He said, you been talking about me and my homeboy? Hassan was, I never seen nobody get scared over a phone call. Hassan was shook. He said, what did you say in the video? Huh? And Hassan was like, I don't remember what I said. I don't know what I said. But you know he know what he said. All he got to do is say anything. I said snotbox. I said, you bitch ass nigga, you could have said anything. He know what he said. Now Wack got you under pressure. You don't know what to say. Now, I must admit that you got some New York dudes that did get on the bandwagon. And that's why I make it look like Whack 100 is just running through New York and just shutting us down. No way in the world he's shutting us down. You know why? I didn't see him in New York do nothing to nobody. I don't see him in New York walking through the streets, making videos in New York, talking shit at concerts, anywhere. I see the game come to New York, but I don't see that come to New York. I don't see him come to Connecticut. I don't see him come to New Jersey. I don't see him come nowhere on this coast. And all he did was the same thing that Hassan do. He just creating enemies, right? So when he finally do come on that coast, somebody gonna make a bowl of oatmeal with his face. They're gonna make a bowl of oatmeal with his face. Whack 100 can't shut down shit. That's it. And Hassan can't shut down shit. They both the same. Bitch made. That's it. I said it.
So I want to take it over. I want to take it over to Chicago. What do you think of? Yeah, Chi-Town. What do you think about Hassan Campbell saying that FBG Duck is local and Big was a superstar? That was kind of foul the way he kind of put them in levels like that, because Big came up at a certain point too, rapping in front of bodegas. You know what I'm saying? FBG Duck just didn't get to make it to a certain point in his career.
That's right. That's the only thing. FBG Duck got before his time. So you think if he didn't get, he wouldn't be a superstar today? These kids today is getting way more stardom than back then. I mean, as it grows, coming from Eric B. and Rakim, MC Shan, Grandmaster Flash, as the rap in the years grew, you seen that people began to get bigger and bigger. And when I say bigger, I don't mean just stardom under the light. I'm talking about they getting more better and bigger contracts, right? They multi-millionaires. They getting way more money than Biggie and them was getting.
Look at Lil Durk.
From the NBA, from baseball, boxing, is way more money to be made today. Little Baby is filthy.
Look at Lil Durk.
Little Durk, filthy. They filthy. Like, rappers back then couldn't even floss like these little young kids doing today. These contracts that they getting, man. So you can't compare Biggie to no FBG Duck. Then he tried to compare FBG Duck mother to Biggie's mother. There's no comparison, man. These are two different. Listen, New York and Chicago are two different plantations, different states. These are two different slave plantations with different type of masters. Chicago got the worst. You know why? Because they master are not overseeing what the they doing. In New York, they got a tight grip on what's going on out there, opposed to Chicago. You go to Chicago, they kill you like eating cereal in the morning. Don't give a shit. They don't care. I remember I asked JoJo Capone one time, right? And at first I couldn't understand it. So I did an interview with JoJo Capone.
Salute to JoJo.
Right? I said, come on, man, we could do better, because I was saying some shit about we don't have to carry guns and this and that. And JoJo said, nah, yes, we do. We have to carry guns. Where I'm from. I'm like, no, you don't. And I'm trying to argue it until I fully understood Chicago. Chicago ain't nothing like New York. In New York, this is peaceful. We are in the Beverly Hills, Connecticut, Jersey. It ain't nothing, man. Chicago is Baghdad. Go on them blocks over there in Chicago. That is Baghdad. That is enemy territory. You go fuck around over there if you want. That's one thing I wish. Hassan Campbell write a book or something. Do it. Write a book. Make a movie. So you could go on and sign your book selling with them executives tell you, yo, you got to go on a tour to Chicago, to LA to do a book signing. It will be over. He won't even be able to sign the book. He's going to have to sign it from his house and send it in the mail, because he can't do no book signings. He always talk like, yo, I'm doing this and I got this. You always see him. It's going to be a time where he's always going to say, listen, man, I'm building with my people. We building businesses, this and that. He's been doing this since I've been on here. He's been saying that for the last 2 years. And I ain't seen their business built yet. Nothing. This man just came home. I don't hear no success story about him as far as he's working, he got a job, or you got him a job, or this business that's in progress. Because you know he run his mouth. He want to be flamboyant and show everything. If he really had a business, he would have been showing it. Look, this is a building we building right here. I just finished buying this storefront. Or
we're doing car rentals.
Yeah. Anything. He would have showed it. Man, he ain't got nothing. He ain't up like that. Get out of here. He could fool them with that, like he got all this money and all this other shit. You're broke. You are broke and a joke. Okay. And money ain't shit. Money in your hand. That's not shit. That shit don't mean nothing. That money don't mean nothing. What you doing with it? Money, what you doing with it? Just holding on to it? You ain't building nothing? All that fake jewelry. What you doing?
Hassan actually mentioned you in his last video.
Mm-hmm.
Hassan actually mentioned you in his last video. He said, a Bronx dude is on top of the game, and you're going to keep riding this wave to get your numbers up. But the reality of it is, without my name in the title, and even with my name in the title, they don't want to watch you no more. It's time to retire. How do you want to respond to that content from Hassan? What did you think about him actually putting your name in the headline?
No, he been putting my name in there. He been saying my name. So it was a point when I first came out, right? And I was saying it, and he always was saying, I'm not gonna say your name. You want me to say your name? And when I made a video about him, right, they was getting on me. Yo, why are you doing that? Why are you coming out? I said, because he's talking about me. He ain't even say your name. I said, that's why. He not gonna say it, but he's talking to me. He's saying, I ain't gonna say your name, right? So, like everybody else, you gotta come up with a tactic and use what you gotta use to make him say, because he's stupid, he's a fifth grader. I know how to make him say my name. Well, Beyonce, say my name, you bitch made nigga. And I pushed them little buttons. I said, oh, I know how to hit him hard. His girlfriend. And then next thing you know, he started saying, that nigga 10 toes down, boom, 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 boom. Now his audience is wondering, who the fuck is 10 toes down? And now they start coming over to my page. So when it comes to him, as far as me getting views or anything, a lot of my subscribers came from Kwame Brown. See, people don't know. They came from Kwame. If you go back and look at my videos before Kwame, I think I had about 8,000 or something. I was at 8 or 9. I ain't even hit 10 yet. Kwame Brown put me on his channel, and I was speaking on there. And then, yo, my followers went up crazy. I got about 3,000-4,000 quick. Bang. And then they was hitting me up. Yo, we sent over. We came from Kwame Brown. Boom, we seen you on there, whatever, whatever. And then that's when the floodgates started opening. So now another thing, right? If I say something about you, Mikey, right, and some of your followers come to me, I must be saying something that they're interested in, right? The majority of the followers that I took from him, they didn't come over. I took them, and he don't like it. And now they shooting at him. The majority of them that came over, they enjoyed what I was saying, and I guess they was just waiting for someone to speak out against the dumb shit that he's doing, and somebody that's sincere. And that's gonna be, you ain't gonna get no views with or without me. I'm still getting views. I'm still getting views, right? And the number of viewers that I'm getting, it doesn't matter. If I get one person, that's one person who I got through. He'd be getting over 100,000 views, right? My question be to him, out of that 100,000, give me one life you have changed. Whether it was with the knowledge that you have dropped on them and you had a private conversation, phone call with them, how many jobs you have given out, how many people you have found housing for, how many people, because you a criminal and most of all your friends and everybody's in prison, how many of your friends that came home that you've given jobs to or you helped get them room and board. He can't produce none of that. So it's not about the views with me. It's about the work. How many times you put your foot on that concrete and went out and did the work? That's why the people come to me. That's why I get the views that I got. If I just make a regular video and just talking, I can guarantee 2,000 to 4,000 views. How many people out here is talking to 2,000 people?
Well,
That's
it's
a lot of people.
honestly, looking at your video, the views have going up as well. But I've been looking at your channel, and the people watch you at like 9 a.m. in the morning, no matter the title. Like, I'm sorry to break Hassan Bubble's bubble here, you know what I mean? Hassan Campbell's bubble. But this man right here, 10 toes down, could literally talk about Looney Tunes and DuckTales, and there will be a few hundred people there watching. But you know what I mean? It's it's him personally. You know what I mean? It's him with the bird bath in the back of his crib. You know what I mean? He's just hating on you, not remembering the grind that he had to go through to get where he's at right now.
See, that's a discouragement that he tries to do. The same thing he say, the 05 old movement, this and that. If he went at it with you, he'd say, your channel, he'd say everything, right? Yo, you ain't got no views. That's him trying to discourage you and to discourage the people that you are nobody because you don't have view.
Probably like the same people who tried to discourage him early on. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to do anything.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So now that you have got on top, I can't even imagine if I ever made it to 1 million subscribers and any video I put up, I got 500,000 views. I'm going to be the same mother. You ain't never going to find me ever switching up. You know why? Because me and him cut from a totally different cloth. I come from struggle and real pain that I never would forget. I come from a road where I ain't even going on that way, but I come from a place where it's ugly, real ugly. As far as personally, as far as seeing it, as far as being the guinea pig, as far as when something happened, the person passes me the gun. I come from a place like that where I was manipulated, thinking that this was the right thing to do. Shooting and doing all this street dumb shit. I would never glorify that. I would never put that out there. I come from a different place. I put 21 years in, right? Which I don't glorify. And I hate the fact that I had to go through that. But that was something that has saved me. Because if I would have remained out here in the path that I was on and the things that I was doing, like Saladin, you know Saladin? He's another YouTuber.
Of course.
He knows, like I sat down and I expressed to him, I took him to the neighborhood where I'm from, and I told him, like, yo, the different shit that I do, how sick I was thinking, stupid shit. And I don't even talk about it. The sick shit and the way my mindset was that I was doing, right? And look, this is another thing. This is how I know, and I'm proud of myself that I made it. It don't ain't about views or nothing. It's about me making me happy and being proud of me that I was able to get through to somebody. There was a time when Hassan Campbell said, yeah, you 10 toes down, you Marky. I hope your mother, I hope your kids. I'm like, God damn, this is coming cold. He was saying, yeah, I throw it down the steps. My mother's 84 years old, right? My mom's at the time was, she had cancer. They only gave her a couple of months to live, right? Now I'm a mama's boy, I'm past, I don't know nobody. I don't think nobody as much a mama's boy as me. As much
grandma's guy. I'm a grandma's boy.
Your grandma's boy? Yeah.
I'm a grandma guy, yeah.
Yeah, like I go to hell and back. I had incidents when I was locked up. I was on the phone with my mother one time and she was choking and the phone went off. I said, oh shit, this is it right here. I went to, because when you're in prison, you could tell the CO, yo, listen, I need you to call to the watch commander. They got a call over here, send an ambulance to this address. That they can do that. So I'm telling the CO. He's like, oh, I can't do it. Went back to my shit, put my shit on, tighten up. I said, all right, officer, I'm gonna give you one more chance. You're gonna call up there and tell them to send an ambulance to my mother. Because if my mom's die due to you spending all this time with me talking to you, I'm gonna murder you. He was like, what the? I said, now you either pull that pen or you get on the phone. He got right on the phone and called. They know because they never seen that side of me. You know, this big, cool, laughing, happy, jolly. But when they seen that side, they said he has to be serious because he about to lose his mind. I didn't even care. I will, and I don't care. So at the time when Hassan was doing that with my mom's, right? I thought downstairs and that. They gave me 4 months to live, and I'm going through, and I'm over there helping my mom's. Look at the blessing, right? None of that shit affected me. I didn't feel no type of way. I didn't I didn't feel nothing. My mom's ended up beating it. They can't find a trace of cancer in her body.
Right.
Right. So what would have happened if I would have went and did something or took it personal, whatever? So I said I'm proud of myself because I've showed growth. I showed growth in myself. I've showed growth in my actions. I get upset. I be wanting to knock my head off sometimes, but I've showed growth, and that's the whole thing. That's what it's about. It's about growing and being able to dissect and say, you know what, you know what, I'm not gonna smack the shit out of you. I'm gonna make you sit down and eat these canned vegetables, you bitch ass nigga. That's why when I catch one of them, I got a can of vegetables in my car. I keep it both of my cars. I got a can of vegetables in there. Because when I catch them, right? See, I know a lot of people talk all that tough gangster shit. I'm not talking tough gangster shit. I know I could fight. I know my strength. I'm a strong. And I know it's not too many people out here who got their shit together, who's in that gym, who's doing everything, especially them. When I catch them, I'm gonna sit you. I'm gonna put the camera and I'm gonna sit you down. I'm gonna let people see it. I'm gonna put you. I ain't gonna beat you up. Now eat these vegetables because we know kids hate to eat their vegetables. They don't like eating their vegetables. I make you eat your vegetables, nigga. That's right.
You can do that on YouTube, 10. You can do that on YouTube because you know what I mean. I was wondering where that was going. I was like, I don't know.
You can do that. You can't be on YouTube beating people up. They go to the precinct.
Exactly.
You can't go to the police and say he made me eat vegetables.
Eating their veggies. If you have these dudes eating their greens, man, that's gonna go viral.
Eat your vegetables.
Get ready for your greens, Hassan. I hope you like your veggies.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him eat his vegetables. See, he always talk this gun shit, this and that. Let me tell you, let me just give you those out there some game, right? One thing you never do. This is coming from a dude that comes from the streets, just like you come from. Not saying I'm smarter than you or better, but I'm just telling you I know how to do the game much better. You never tell nobody that you hold it. Five guys say I always got the hammer on me. Hassan Campbell, you run down on me. I got the you talk that dumb shit. Let me tell you something in prison. You know the first thing dudes do in jail? Bitch made dudes do in jail? When they got beef with somebody, if he got beef with somebody upstairs, to make sure you ain't got that knife on you, they tell the CO, yo, I think this dude gonna stab somebody when he come out. The CO gonna go search this. When he come out, you're gonna go through him. And now when you come out, they know you empty-handed. You stupid. And I told the dummy before the 5th grade, I told him, I said, you dumbass nigga, you on YouTube telling people you keep a gun on you, that you running around. You know all they got to do to your stupid ass is call the police on you before they attack your stupid ass. They'll see you. Oh, there you go. Call the police. Yeah, this guy got a gun. He in this car. This the license plate. Police roll down on you. No gun, no nothing. Okay, now we going to go smoke this nigga. We going to go finish him. We going to go finish him. You don't go telling people I got all this beef and all this other shit. He got beef with rappers. He got beef with gangbangers. He got beef from that. So now when the smoke come, right, it ain't going to be no investigation. Investigate what? We don't know who did it. You got beef with too many people. Anybody could have did it. Then you got your kids out there. You got, man, listen, man. Hate runs deep. Hate runs deep. When he was out that night, on God, on my mama, sent me a picture with him in the club. Sent me a picture with him going in. Before he started the video in, a dude sent me a picture, said, yo, Hassan Campbell's at the garage. He go to Flick. I looked, I said, all right, that's cool. Wow, what's up? Why you sent me this? Nah, I was just saying. That's all right, thanks, bro. And I left it at that. Then I seen the video with him up there, making a video out there and all this and that. I said, this is crazy. That's how easy it is. Look, you know, my phone number is up on my joint. Anybody could have hit me. I don't know who number that was. They just sent me the shit. I don't know who it was. I didn't investigate to find out who it was, none. But they sent me the picture. I still have it in here. Facts, 1,000%. I ain't got a cap. I could have took that opportunity and go over there. I could have got anybody. Because one thing about me, right? I preach it, I talk it, I try to help make change in people, but you always going to have those who's just like, yo, 10, I don't give a about that shit you talking, nigga. I'm out here getting money. This is what I do. You got anybody I can throw in the trunk? What? Nigga, give me somebody to throw in the trunk. That's all I want to talk to you about. If you talk, man, keep that shit on YouTube, I'm ready to throw a nigga in the trunk. And they all laughing. You heard, son. You know, heard the mother. I always got connect with them. Yo, I got somebody to throw in the trunk. Where what's up? We at? We at? What do you got? There's nothing. This is his address. This is who he is. He got a picture. You can plot on them. They got all kind of trackers out there today. I got a tracker that I bought. I put in my own car. I got a track in there. And I can steal my car if you want. I go right on my phone. Okay, he right here. He just turned the engine off. I'm going to go right over there to you. I know where you at. They got trackers on phones where they tracking niggas and shit. Running up on them, kidnapping them, doing that dumb shit. Your little stupid ass. They throw the tracker on your car and follow you to your girl's graduation. You dumb niggas. He's a stupid ass. It's so easy. See, one thing about me, the judge said it. He said, this guy right here, he's manipulating the system. He didn't say I was a manipulator. He said I try to manipulate the criminal justice system. I took it as a disrespect. What is he talking about? I didn't see it until going and learning about myself and seeing, God damn, I was a manipulator. I was able to move just by talking and kicking and whispering and talking to him and showing him because I'm a schemer. I know how to figure things out. I'm like, okay, boom. I got it. What you mean you got it? I got it, nigga. Figure it out. This is how we're going to get them. I scheme and plot. But today, I teach kids, you know what? What you want to be? I can, Mike D, I can sit with a group of kids, right? And they can ask me questions. What you want to be when you grow up? That's what you want to be? Tell me about yourself real quick. All right, stop talking. I could go in my mind. I could scheme and plot. All right, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to start like this, right? You're going to go to the corner. You're going to go to this corner in your block. This is where you're from. You're going to go out there. And I can start breaking shit down with every kid individually. I could break it down. I don't know. I just got that gift. I got that gift of gab. I got that gift of being able to put shit together in my mind real quick. They had this program, right? I don't know if you ever did this before, Mikey. They had this program. Even when I went to school, when it came to getting my GED and going to college and all that, I said, I'm not sitting in this classroom.
Talk to me. What's the program? I want to know if I did it.
Program called AVP. You ever been in that program?
What does that stand for?
Alternative to Violence Program.
What, alternative violence program?
Yeah.
Those initials seem to be kind of memorable to me. What does this program entail?
Well, they teach you about your triggers. They teach you about, just your violent streak, why you commit crime, why are you so violent, and they help try to teach you about how to get out of your violent thinking.
Is this a jail thing or a school thing?
No, it was a jail thing, but it's in the streets now. It's AVP.
Okay, I never actually been locked up.
Okay, but they have it out here in the streets too. So if you ever do something, let's say if you hit a girl and you get locked up for domestic, they could send you to AVP or they could send you to a program. And it might not be called AVP, but it's going to be a violent program when you got to go there. But they teaching along the same lines, the same thing. But within this program, right, we got about 20 people. So the 20 people, they sent me out because I'm in there talking shit. Yeah, I know I'm smart. I can figure shit out. I can figure shit out. So they made teams. They said, yeah, okay, so I don't need no team. They said, all right, boom. So they take everybody and they wrap arms around each other. Everybody's wrapped up. 20 people, everybody's wrapped up in a tangle in a big-ass group. And you got to go in there and you got to untangle them. You got to say, okay, you step out. Bring your arms around him. But they can't unlock their hands. And you got to bring them out to where everybody's in the circle, still holding hands. They start in a circle, they come together, and they just start. I don't know how they start locking it all in together. Man, you think it's a game, Mike? I went there. I looked at them. I said, okay, hold on. Let me see where you at. Where you at? Where you at? Boom. All right, you step out, you step in. You step in, you step out. Boom, 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 boom. Broke it down. They like, oh, shit. When it was over, they was in the circle. I was in the middle of the circle, and everybody was around me holding their hands. They like, how the did you figure that out? I don't know. It just happened. I don't know. Some of us got it. Some of us don't. Some of us got that gift.
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah. I was in the middle and everybody was holding hands and I was in the circle. And that's why with the kids also, what I like to do, I like to have them sit in a circle and I whisper in one ear, pass it down. And when that shit get to the end, and when it come back to me, I say what I told him over here. I could say the cat in the hat. You could say something simple, the cat in the hat. He cat in the hat. When that shit come to me, it'd be like the hat was on the cat. I'd be like, hold on, now we got to figure out who fucked this up. Okay, what you told him? What you told him? Blah, blah, blah. And then when it get from this kid to that one, what you told him? No, he had told me the cat. Okay, go back. What you told him? I told him cat in the hat. I said, see how you could say one thing and it'll change before get back to the next person. And I was just showing that to say that you can't be telling everybody anything because when they get back to the police, the story gonna be changed around.
Right.
And that's what happened with Hassan Campbell.
Or even just in the streets, the story will keep switched around.
He got locked up for a murder. I can admit to one murder he got locked up for. You know why he got locked up for that murder? Because a dude named Nudie, these people in the building, nobody knew who do it. Bitch made knew who do it. Knew he did it. Knew Nudie did it. He started running around. Yo, you know I them niggas up in there. Yeah, man. Bitch ass niggas. Word. He started saying he did it. They locked his stupid ass up. My question to him was, how the did you get out then? How you got out? For that one murder. I don't know about the other two. I know that one. How you get out of there? Did you tell on Nudie? Well, Nudie's dead now, but did you tell on him? All this tough Bronx River talk, I robbed niggas. Didn't you see the video? You didn't see the video with me and him where he said that he shitted on himself when Nudie came to him? That he had a gun with no bullets?
It's crazy.
Me and him, and he said, yo, I had a gun. I didn't have no bullets. Shitted on myself. The gun fell down in my pants leg. He searched me. The gun fell down in my pants leg. I guess while he was coming up, the gun went past. He didn't feel it. Boom. He said he was going to murder me. He told me to go down inside this little hole in the basement. He said, I'm not going down there. I'm not going down there. Because he knew Nudie was going to take him down there and murder him down there, opposed in front of everybody. So if you this tough Bronx River dude who ran the whole Bronx River, all people got to do is just, if y'all don't like what he's saying in reference to him being the toughest, you got caught bodies, say, what about Nudie? He ain't going to answer that. He'll cuss you out. You mean, what about Nudie? What about Nudie? He ran you out of Bronx River. Your mother left Bronx River because they ran you out of there. You didn't leave because you wanted to. You was in danger.
10, what year did Nudie die?
I don't know what year he died. I got a picture of Nudie too. I don't know what year he died.
And Whack 100 actually brought it up. What do you think about Whack 100 saying that Hassan Campbell only got clout from mentioning his name in the blogs? Hassan even mentioned himself how the numbers have gone down from 17,000, 15,000 to 8,000 and 9,000. Do you think it was all of that controversy that he stirred up after the podcast?
Nah, I think what it is when it comes to numbers and when it comes to Hassan Campbell, people start to recognize his bullshit. People that wasn't hip to him. Same thing with Kwame Brown. When he was going at it with Kwame Brown, his numbers started to drop drastically. I mean, it was jumping ship. People was getting out of there. And it's because they started to see the light. So out of the 400,000+ followers that he has, right? I say I took about 7,000-8,000 from him. I think I got another 50 I could take from him who hasn't heard me yet or don't know the real story behind him and who he really is, and knowing that there's a person out there who can call him out on his bullshit with facts and that he won't even answer the fact. You see what that video he just did with about Mama Duck and with me, the one with my picture and Mama Duck picture?
Right.
What did he have to say about me? Opposed to what he had to say about Mama Duck. Most of that video was about Mama Duck.
Right, exactly.
It was just he had a little bit to say about me because there's really nothing he can say because I'm spitting nothing but facts. He can't come back out with a video now after I just answered that one. My thing is this, right? What I tell people when they be getting in my comment section, those followers of his, I say, if y'all can just tell me one thing I said and did wrong and lied about, I will give my channel up. Just tell me one thing I lied about, I said wrong. Don't nobody got no answers. I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong, and I didn't lie about nothing. Everything I spit is facts, and they come from him, from his own mouth. My facts are coming from his mouth, from experience, from being around him and knowing who he is.
So, Ten, you brought it up a little bit earlier. Hassan Campbell saying Gilly the Kid copied his style.
Yeah.
So what do you make of that whole thing, man? I don't think anybody really sees the comparison there. Is it really just the music at the start of the videos?
I don't know. I think no. You know Hassan deal with shock value. So I think he just said that to for conversation, to make people talk about it, for debate, for people to say, "What? You stupid," boom, 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 to get Gilly's followers to even come over there and say, like, "What? You bugging out," boom, and this to try to get followers. You clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? And which I always say, we all clout chasing. Fuck out of here. You clout chasing, I'm clout chasing. We all don't we want clout? You want clout, I want clout too. Clout is a good thing. That's fine. I'm clout chasing. Clout is a good thing. That's a good
Like
thing.
it. Sorry.
That's right. That's why I love. They say you clout chasing. Yes, I am. Tell me more. You hating on them? Oh, yes, I am. I'm hating them. Give me some more. Give me some more. I love it. I embrace it.
Can I get $1 worth of advice?
Huh?
Can I get $1 worth of advice?
$1 worth of advice. Don't drink and drive. That's it. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. That's it.
But yeah, for real, you know, when he goes, is he trying to start an online back and forth with Gilly when he says this? Because he's mentioned them a time or two now, referring to them as being punked by Whack 100. Hassan talks about his numbers, 17,000 live viewers. I remember seeing Gilly, Wallow, Lil Durk, 75,000 live viewers on YouTube, man. So
he didn't get those views until the whole Whack situation and the phone conversation and put the tapes. Hassan Campbell only was getting 3,000 to 4,000 in the building. The most I think I ever seen him do was like 7,000, and it was going fluctuating, right? But never 17. That's a fact. Never that high in views until the whole Whack situation. So Whack has also helped his career, helped build him up. That whole Whack thing and him recording him and doing the tape, that's what drove him over the top. Because now, look, just like with him, people now saying, those who didn't follow Whack or even like Whack, damn, Hassan Campbell, damn, man. He's showing facts. He's showing paperwork. He's showing receipts. You know what I'm saying? So now they're going to start following him. But now, as they follow him and they start to listen to him, they're going to start saying, what the is this bozo shit going on here? Because when he showed that, the receipts and all that, that made it like, oh no, this official dude, he not playing. He got paid, he got receipts. He not playing. Oh, okay. Whack been fronting all this time, talking shit, because people love Gilly and Wallow because they kind of like the people's champ. They smile, they laugh, they vulnerable. You know, vulnerability can go a long way. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you.
So they're the people's champ because Hassan calls himself the people's champ.
Oh, hell no. He is not the people's champ. Nobody wants to kill the people's champ. Nobody wants to kill the people's champ. Who want to kill the people's champ?
I mean, the people did say, die, Rocky, die at the beginning of his career.
And then what did they say?
Millions. And, yeah, you know.
I mean, listen, man. Gilly and Wallow are the people's champ. Noriega is the people's champ. Who else? Kevin Samuels was the people's champ. Those are the people's champ. You know why? People not only can identify with him. Who can identify with Hassan? I caught 3 bodies. Who out here 3 people? Who out here running around with people? I'm from Bronx River, the toughest neighborhood. Ain't nobody been to Bronx River. They never heard of it. They don't know what the type of neighborhood that is. that accepts people like you who can talk like that and still be alive today. Nobody can identify with nothing that he say except when he may speak about some good things in his videos. He may start, which is elementary, that we all can look at, pick, and dissect. A shooting happened in Harlem on 125th Street today. 3 people were shot. That's nothing to go and build on. Nothing. He speak about things that's there already. Things, nothing comes from his own mind because he doesn't have one. Nothing. Everything comes from what he read or what he heard. He regurgitates everything. There's no planning. There's nothing that he can create out of his own mind and say, okay, this is what I'm putting together. Can't do that.
But let's be realistic, because one of his main grievances was the music. The music that Hassan Campbell plays at the beginning of his stream is nothing like what Gilly and Wallow do. They've had Wiz there and Bobby, and Hassan literally will take his phone and play a guy spitting a cappella raps from the most of what I've seen, 10. Why is he doing that? You just say it's for the controversy.
Well, the brother who he playing, that's my man, right? Now, me and him is cool, but him and Hassan Campbell's cool. They've been cooler before me and him, you know what I'm saying, got tight. Yeah, so he plays him because he looked up to him. Hassan looks up to him. And that's the only person who still rides with him and reasons with Hassan and try to teach him and show him, yo, you can't be saying this, saying that. He's like a big brother to him. So, of course, he's going to always play his videos. For the last couple of months, him and Hassan wasn't even talking. But then they started talking again because remember that he's also cool with my son. He's cool with my son, and Hassan is always going at my son. He's also cool with Hassan. With my son. But Hassan, it's contradictory because in one thing he talk about Jim Jones, he talk about drill rap, he talk about all this shit, and then he has Five Guard videos playing him, pushing him. And this guy's talking the same shit all these other kids out here is talking. So what are you talking about? What he's really trying to do is discourage you from listening to everybody else's music and come on over here to Hassan Campbell channel and listen to my man music and help support him and put some money in his pocket. So don't buy the green tops from down the block. Come on over here and buy the red tops because I got the better than they got, better crack than they got over there. I got real crack. They selling that comeback baking soda shit. But yeah, Hassan used little different type of tactics, and I don't even know how. And Whack 100, and I don't even know how people don't read it. It's so simple and easy to dissect. All you got to do is sit back and listen to it, and listen to that inner voice in yourself that say, "Oh, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. This don't even make no sense." If it makes sense to you, then that means that, because Hassan Campbell sounds smart to stupid people. He sounds smart and educated to dumb people. I'm waiting for the day that we put a real live human being on those followers that he has. I don't believe that those are real people. I can't believe it is. No, sir. I don't think those real people, Mikey T. I don't know. I don't care what y'all tell me, what y'all say. YouTube done cut a deal with this nigga and gave this these numbers.
Well, he says there's actually 2,000 to 3,000 more people there, 10.
Where?
On his streams. He says there's actually 2,000 to 3,000 more people there. Yo, there's really 15,000 people in here right now. I don't know why the YouTube's algorithm's only saying there's 8.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, you're right. That's another thing he do. They playing with
7,000 more people in here. Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing that.
Yeah, they playing with my numbers. See, right now my numbers are supposed. Man, get the hell out of here. So it's that serious that YouTube is gonna go that far to give you an extra couple of dollars? They're not gonna give you a couple of dollars and a couple of little more viewers. Man, get the hell out of here, man.
Do you want to know where he exposed himself? He exposed himself when he came on talking about last year I had my biggest months on YouTube. I made 50,000, 60,000, some shit like that. He's like, but this year my numbers are so much bigger, but my YouTube checks aren't the same. Well,
Yeah.
Hassan, we all know it's not about the numbers. It's not about how many thousands of views. It's about the watch time. It's about how long those people stayed and watched the videos. And when you're on the internet complaining about the fact that you've got 10,000 people and then in the next minute you have 6,500, it is because 3,500 people logged out of your video after watching 3 minutes. And that's going to lead, even though you have the highest numbers you ever had. I don't know. Maybe I'm like a free analyst explaining this to him. Maybe he's hearing this for the first time. But when you get less watch time, even though the numbers are great, you're still going to earn less money. Point blank.
Right. You could. I tell people that. I say you could get 50,000 viewers, but each person watch 30 seconds of your video. You ain't getting that. You ain't getting nothing from that. Now, if each person watched your whole video, now you're going to get some money.
Yeah. And they probably were back then.
Yeah, it got to be. It's the watch time that count. That's what I tell people. The watch time is what counts. The views, all that other shit, and that's why when you look at your chart and see the minutes, how long they looked at it. You got 2,200 and so minutes. You got 500 minutes. That's what counts, man. That other shit. I'd rather the minutes.
So, Ten, I want to ask you, man, what do you make of Gillie the Kid actually having Jay Prince on $1 million worth of game when it was pretty inevitable that Whack 100 and the whole Larry Hoover situation would come up?
Well, my take on that is that I think that Gillie should have answered the whole Whack situation before all of that when he said the shit to Hassan. When Hassan made that recording with Whack saying that he got him in his back pocket. You should have answered that. It being that you didn't answer that, I felt some type of way. Like, answer that punk ass punk. You scared of him? So then once he said, and he never said nothing, and now you bringing Jay Prince up here, makes it seem like, okay, you rolling with the force. You rolling with the muscle. You just doing shit with the muscle now. That's my opinion on it. That's what I feel. And I feel that he should have cleared that up first before he even brought Jay Prince up there. That's my take.
That's what's up, man. And I also want to ask you about that whole situation with Jay Prince when, Whack actually said some of the most outrageous shit I've ever heard on an interview. He said, I really think and believe that Jay Prince's whole mission is to somehow, some way, in a slick snake way, set it up so that Larry Hoover cannot get out of prison. Like, that's some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard on the internet.
That's this. And he said, Whack just saying anything. And he was dead ass serious. I'm looking at him, right? Because I'll be reading body language. I had to rewind it. I'm looking at his eyes, how he looking, his hand movements. Then I go back some more to see when he in his relaxed state, when he's talking, when he's comfortable, how he's using his hands, open, close, if he keeping them closed up. When he was talking about that was believing that. I said, God damn, he's sick in the head.
So, Ten, did you see the whole thing that happened with Gillie the Kid and Lil Wayne?
Nah.
You didn't see the whole thing where Gillie said he finally ran into Lil Wayne after so many years, and they actually shook hands. Gillie suggested that Lil Wayne sped off, but then Mac Main, who is Lil Wayne's trusted associate, posted a video of the two coming together at a door, shaking hands briefly, and then going back to their respective conversations. What do you make of those guys coming together? Do you think Gillie will ever get that Lil Wayne interview?
I don't know, man. Lil Wayne is on a different plane. He on a different planet. I like Lil Wayne. But he on a different planet. Lil Wayne don't give a shit about a goddamn interview, and he don't care about your feelings.